IGN debuted the first look of Madden 24, and it seems as though this is the actual full game. And damn it, there are some issues. Let's talk about it. YouTube, it's your boy Gedden. We got a new Madden video. Let's get it. Before I get into anything, a really quick disclaimer. If you like Madden, that's cool. This video really isn't for you. If EA would turn around and make a really good simulation football game, I'd love it. But EA has been making simulation football games for at least 30 years. They conspired with the NFL to end competition with simulation football games that have the NFL license. Even though that was a great business move, that killed competition for NFL simulation football games. And it killed the best simulation football game, NFL 2K, and indirectly killed All-Pro Football 2K8. So gamers like me don't really have a new modern football game to play. Those games, to me, represent simulation football gaming as the standard, still to this day. Again, it's been 30 years. EA has yet to move into that real simulation direction, and that's why I go so hard at EA. When they do not have the competition, us users, gamers, consumers, we are the competition. Now that that's out the way, we're gonna break down some plays. I really hope you guys stick through this whole video. Let's start off with a big issue that I think everybody is going to identify with when they play this game. Me, I'm not gonna play Madden 24. I just know all these drop passes are a bit too high. I think that a lot of players are going to be really frustrated with all these drop passes. It just seems no matter how you throw the ball, if the defense is in that vicinity, it's going to be a drop pass. What I'm also noticing is that a lot of high passes are dropped, and I guess that's okay to a certain extent, but it just seems like it's way too often. That is too many drop passes by whatever contact it is. Some of these tackles are hard, but a lot of these tackles are not hard. These are just kind of like love taps, like this tackle right here. But I'm going to end this section on a little bit of a positive note. I kind of like this type of drop pass when you throw a high pass, that it actually goes off the hands of a wide receiver. Even the very best wide receivers drop passes. And when you throw a high pass and it's not caught, that does end in a lot of interceptions or a higher percentage of interceptions. And as usual, the offensive line for a Madden game is just terrible. It's terrible because it just does not look realistic. The interactions between the offensive lineman and defensive lineman is just not realistic. A lot of the times, even though offensive linemen do get beat, they stay engaged with their block, or they try to re-engage with a block. And I'm not saying defensive linemen should not be able to get off their blocks to get a free run to the quarterback. Yes, that does happen. But the problem is that's the only way to get real pressure without sending a blitz in Madden. And it's been like that for years. And EA devs and designers know exactly what I'm talking about, because I can see that they're trying to implement longer engaged blocking where the defensive lineman is trying to block shed off of the edge. You can see that right here. The problem is low execution, and it's a complete eyesore. EA has been making football games for 30 years, and this is the best they can do with simulating offensive line and defensive line pass rush interactions. Here it is on another play. It really looks bad. Oh, and by the way, another drop pass. And what also goes with offensive line, defensive line interactions is how the defense reacts on run plays. In Madden, sometimes your defense will play terrible against the run. Not just terrible as in bad stats or bad attributes to play the run. I mean, your defense will literally get stuck in mud just to get blocked by an offensive lineman. And this type of AI governing design has been in Madden forever. I mean, look at the linebackers. They're not attacking the line of scrimmage. They are strafing or waiting to get blocked. You have players that are controlled by the AI, like that safety who dropped down to get closer to the box just to take a terrible angle. I mean, you name it, it happened on this one play. That's still a design choice by EA, and good luck on stopping the run this year. It does look overpowered. This last play right here, the developer showed how a linebacker can sniff out the run if you keep running the same plays over and over again. To a certain amount of time, I think was his exact words. My problem with that is that's how run stopping linebackers should be interacting from the start. And if a user wants to continue to run the same run play over and over again, that's when other players that aren't necessarily run stoppers should become way more aggressive at stopping the run. And where's the defensive lineman stopping the run? With Madden 24, EA advertised evolution and innovations within FieldSense 2, which hit everything 2.0 or something like that. I just wanted to showcase this one play that Kelsey, the tight end, was perfectly lined up for a massive hit that could have caused, I don't know, a fumble or injury, something that's going to add a little bit more immersion within the game. But what happens? No physics. The safety totally rubs off of the would-be second hit, consecutive hit tackle. It should have been way more damage, way more of a collision than what just happened here. It seems as though sometimes there's an interaction, but sometimes there isn't. It's hit everything sometimes, I guess. I don't know. From hit everything to break everything, in this 1 or 2 plays that you're about to see, look at James Jr. He breaks 1, 2, 3, 4, and gets tackled on the 5th tackle. And that's well and good. He probably can do that, or it's possible that he could do that. But realistically, what normally happens when a wide receiver does all those actions on the field, the very next play, he subs himself out unless it's a hurry up. But no, on this fake jet sweep to the right, he ends up breaking a tackle. There seems to be a big farm of Bills. That's a joke, but a big cluster of Bill bots. They don't try to all tackle him at once. There's no real-time physics. It just seems like all the players just clustered together. It was only one interaction. He broke that interaction and went in for a touchdown. Mind you, his stamina was not a factor in these 2 plays at all. How do you have a simulation football game and your stamina is not a major factor? What's been going on for a very long time is this issue of immersion. EA at one time promised living worlds. They still have yet to even try to fulfill that promise. You have a player which looks like it could have been a late hit on the Bills sideline, and no coach nor player is calling for any penalty or pointing at anything. Another issue, when the quarterback gets hit while he's throwing the ball and the ball comes out funny, that could be a fumble in real life. And in real life, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, running backs, anyone who saw the action and saw the ball on the ground will interact with either trying to pick it up, scoop it up, or jump on it. But guess what? Not in Madden. When the ball drops to the ground, nothing happens. Just move on to the next play. Here you see a wide receiver running in a wide open area. More immersion would be if the wide receiver was smart. And I'm not saying this wide receiver is that type of wide receiver, but if the wide receiver was smart, he would sit on the soft part of the zone to give the quarterback a wide open window and target to complete the pass. You would develop some kind of chemistry, but of course, all those factors are a non-factor in Madden. And on to the last section. 2 or 3 years ago, I made videos comparing All Pro Football 2K8 real life and Madden 21, I thought it was, on how when a quarterback rolls out of the pocket, how fake and arcade it looks compared to real life in terms of what Madden looked like. And you see here, there has been zero progression in this element. It's very arcade-like. If you have a speedy quarterback like Josh Allen, you could really just run out the pocket, roll out of the pocket without any kind of adapting by the quarterback. If I did this in All Pro Football, the defensive ends would actually adapt to what I'm doing. I wouldn't be able to do this so often as this user did it. And as you can see, it just looks fake. The quarterback does not have to gather his feet. He doesn't have to aim. He just could literally stop and throw the ball, or throw the ball without squaring up his shoulders to his target. And for this very last play, I think was the worst example. I made a video showing how Michael Vick in Madden way back then in what, Madden 2009 or whatever the year was, how he could basically do exactly what Josh Allen just did. What you saw, he ran past the hash marks, past the yard line, almost outside, out of bounds, and threw across his body, and he overthrew his wide receiver. Whenever you do that in the NFL, always bad things happen. And if you're making a simulation football game, there's no way you should be able to run across the field the way Josh Allen just did and throw across his body almost a damn dart. This is pure arcade football. I know this was a very long video, so shout out to you if you stayed this long and watched this entire video the first time out. Madden 24 is going to release. If you played the beta, let me know what your concerns are. If you didn't play the beta and just watched my videos, let me know what you guys think about Madden 24. All I know is Madden 24 continues that same EA legacy of treating the NFL like a cash grab and not showing a real passion for simulation football and game design plus game quality. This your boy Geddon, and I am out of here.